Okay, team, look, excellent job bringing the front and rear wing upgrades for this race. Very, very proud of you, but we still need more. We still need more. So go on, get designing, and if you can hide the cost out of the cost cap for me, that'd be really, really helpful. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain, and welcome back to Aussie Villain Racing, and today it is Imola. It is the Emiliano Romagna Grand Prix. I may have nailed that first time. Well, we've got a lot to do. Let's quickly catch you up on where things have been here. Now, if we go to car development, two new things are on the car. We've got a new front wing and we've got a new rear wing as well. Now, I've been doing a little bit. This basically means now we've got all the weight is off the car, the extra weight. So now we can start and look at moving the car forward in terms of performance. And if we go and have a quick look, I don't want to bore things to death here, but if we have a quick look at car analysis, it does become fairly obvious where we need to work. You can see here the grid average. We are far below the grid average on DRS effectiveness, which is maybe why we have trouble overtaking cars. We're also well below on dirty air tolerance, which is maybe why we have a problem following cars, and sometimes cars just sort of seem to take off from us. I think maybe we're overusing the tires, because tire preservation and engine cooling is also not great. But I think tire preservation and dirty air tolerance may be linked hand in hand, because just from watching Formula One, they kind of, if you're sliding around behind a car that you're following in their dirty air, your tires are getting used up more. So that's what we're going to try and work on. We have more car developments that are coming, chassis, underfloor and rear wing, just trying to help fix up the sort of the weakest points of the car. So hopefully that will work. Now, the problem that we have with this, in trying to improve a car that is essentially rubbish, the cost cap is becoming a bit of an issue. Now, I can't find an actual cost cap projection like we had in the other game, which is, it's probably right there, that big thing that says cost cap. So it doesn't have a projection though. Anyway, we've got 33 million remaining, which is projection end of the season minus 91 million. That can't be right. No, that's car development. Anyway, we're spending a lot of money. And we know that we've had a lot of crashes. We've got a lot of engines that we're going to need to pick up later on in the season. We need to come 9th in the constructors somehow, and it's all getting a little bit, I'm not sure how we're going to do this, if I'm honest. So we'll have to see how we go. The good news is that if we look at the constructors standings, which is where we need to come 9th, we're sort of currently in a tie for 8th. Haas has only got a single point. So if we can have 1 or 2 race weekends where we can sort of get an 8th and 9th, something like that, then it is going to massively help us. It's where that's coming from, and right now it's going to take a bit of a crazy race, I think, for that to happen. So anyway, that's where we are. Let's have a look at what we're doing today at Imola. And it is going to be a fine sunny day, it looks like. I'll get myself back here out of the way. In terms of the circuit map, there it is there. Red Sector 1, Blue Sector 2, Yellow Sector 3. Sections by speed, we can see there a couple of slower traction zones at more or less medium and high speed corners, which is where we are actually strongest compared to the rest of the grid. So hopefully, maybe, you never know, maybe we can get something here. Time considerations, it is a massive pit stop loss because of the length of the pit lane. We really only want to be making 1 stop. So whatever tyres it are that let you do that, that's what you're going to be wanting to do. The tyre compound performance, it's only half a second different between the soft and the hard. You're not going to make up, obviously, the 24 seconds or whatever it was, 28 seconds. Was it 28 seconds? Yeah, I mean, that's such a big pit loss, isn't it? It's the biggest one of the season, I believe. Historically, we can see there, Hamilton won it once and Verstappen twice. That's not really our race, though, is it? We are going to be very much at the other end of the thing. And Stoffel, let's send you trying to get to 21st. Just try and get as much money as we could here and doing 20th. And let's go to Imola. So there we go, confirmation of the weather. No rain this weekend. So I'll go and do some free practice and I'll see you for quali. Alright, so we've done our free practice and positive signs finally. Hopefully it's not a false dawn. But if we look at FP1, we were 12th and 15th, which is very, very nice indeed. FP2, if we scroll down here, we can see we were 12th and 16th. And then FP3, now this was maybe a little bit off because we'd already nailed Van Dorn's strategy. Doohan was on very, very old tyres. His engine that he was using is quite old as well. So it was 18th and 22nd. Hopefully, that's not where we are, but we're going to find out because we've got Q1 coming up. Alright, so fingers crossed that we actually do have a big step forward here. So we're on board with Van Dorn. Get out of the way. And let's see what he can do. This is first lap. Dorn, did he get... No, he's a little bit further back again. So he looks like he's got a fairly clean track. So, we know we're going to be purple because we're first car on a flyer. I'm just a little bit worried about Dorn getting caught up here by this... Is it a Mercedes? I'm not sure what it is, but whatever it is, it's out of the way. So we've got clean track now to the end. We need to make this count. Norris is going faster than us, but that's, I don't think, a surprise to anybody. He's not really our race. Let's see what Van Dorn can do and then see where that puts us. He has done a 14.3. Jack Dorn about to come around. What does Norris do? How far we are off Norris's pace? A second and a bit. That's not the worst, you know. Because we have been 2 seconds slower, so we may have taken a nice step forward here. Let's see. Alright, so we are currently 12th and 14th. Now, we are doing a second run just to make sure of things. The track may have run in a bit more, so we want to make sure we're not sort of sitting out and watching people go faster than us. So, let's have a quick look here. Was that a bit of a lift there for Dorn? We've maybe not completely got the best track position here, but we've not gone faster with either car in Sector 1, which might be a problem. Hulkenberg below us is going faster. Van Dorn has gone green second sector. Dorn hasn't. And Dorn is the one more at risk here, of course, given that he's 14th. Van Dorn is 12th. So does Van Dorn go any faster? No. Does Dorn go any faster? Almost certainly not. So Dorn may miss out here. He may miss out. Albon's going faster. He hasn't beaten us, though. Or has he? No, he has. Dorn's on the bubble. If this could go away, stop talking. Gasly. Oh, we have... Oh, Dorn's missed out, but Van Dorn is through. Or is he? Oh, no, we're both through. Hey, 2 cars into Q2. Let's go. Alright, so after our first run on used tyres, we are 14th and 16th. Now, Russell is in between us. I think he's going to be faster than that. So we've got our brand new tyres on now. This is more or less our lap. So let's see. We've got... This is Ricciardo, if he can get out of the way. He's the only car that could possibly slow us up. So we've got to round in with Van Dorn and Dorn as well. So... excuse me. We are going faster, as you would expect. We're only a tenth or 2 off of Albon. It's a bit of a leap then. But we are going faster. Let's see what Van Dorn can do. As... Oh, that's not a good sign. We're being overtaken. Oh, dear. Oh, Dorn's gone 12th, though. Van Dorn's had a shocker, but Dorn... He's stuck it in 12th. 13th. 14th. Stop the session, please. So never a good sign when you're being overtaken on a push lap. But 14th and 16th, it's our best qualifying so far. Certainly as a team anyway. Let's see our strategies options. Okay, so it's telling me a 2-stop. I don't think you want to do that. If you can possibly do a 1-stop, you want to. But are we not able to do a 1-stop? That doesn't look like it's possible, does it? I mean, you're saving 28 seconds. Could you do it if you were... saying it's 10 seconds. Is that seconds? Or is that tenths of seconds? It must be seconds. It's 10 seconds faster. I think we've got to try that. What if we split it? Because I'm not sure what is the best way to go here. So what if we split it? And if we get Dorn going a soft tyre in the middle. Luckily, I did save a set of mediums as well, so we do have 2 sets of mediums, which maybe makes this strategy a little bit more doable for us. But I think if we do that, have a real push in the middle and try and make up the time. It's saying it's 7 seconds slower. 7 seconds slower than having a medium tyre. No, 7 seconds slower than... I'm not sure what. The optimum time, I suppose, which is probably the 1-stop. I think we've got to split it. I think we've got to, because I'm not sure... Yeah, so we'll do that. We'll split it. Let's see how we go. If we get a bit of a crazy race, I don't know, but we've seen before, we're okay in qualifying. It's the race that tends to let us down. So let's hope that, yeah, let's really hope here that we can, I mean, Van Dorn's, we can't push him off the line too much. But yeah, let's hope anyway that the upgrades mean we have a little bit better race pace about us. Alright, welcome back. Let's see if this is potentially a point race for us. We just need to get, what we need to do is get some results that the board are happy with. Because right now, as we've seen, we've not really done that. And we are perhaps in danger of losing our job, which would be a bit of an annoyance. So we're sort of held position off the line. Now Van Dorn needs to, I think, very quickly drop back into conservation mode. Almost everybody. It might be helpful that the cars behind him are on a hard tyre if they're not going to put too much pressure on him. And then Jack obviously can push on a little bit. So we really don't want to take too much out of the tyres at any point. So Van Dorn can go into conservation mode. Hopefully it's not going to come back and haunt us that one. And Duan, is he going to let Ricardo pass? Not quite there, so that's good. And we will need to start and back off his tyres a little bit as well. And yeah, well, we'll see how this goes. If we could stay into the DRS of Albon in front, that would be useful. There only is the one DRS zone though, so it's going to be actually the end of the next lap before we can get... Oh, is it available after one lap now? I think this season's after one lap, isn't it? So maybe we do have the DRS. As Van Dorn overtakes Ricardo. And now we're going to get Albon there as well. Now he's on a hard tyre, is he? So he is. But that's okay. As Van Dorn is on a tear. Van Dorn, you're supposed to be conserving your tyres, mate. Go on, Soppel. Oh, he's got his thing still on. All right, well, we'll save that. We'll take battle assist off as well. Look at Van Dorn go. He's got absolute rage in the... Go on, stop. Oh dear. Doing... What have you done? Safety car deployed. Let's stick a hard tyre on. See how far that can take him. With major chassis damage, there's a big part of me that thinks again we just retire the car. What's happened here? Doan, you're not going to run at the back of him, are you, mate? Doan, Jack. So we'll have a penalty coming as well. Now, unfortunately, Doan has retired. So it'll be a penalty on the grid for the next one, which I believe is Monaco, which is gonna ruin any chance. All right, well, given that it's a safety car, do we want to make a stop? If we're going to try for a one stop, we don't, do we? If anything, it's just helping our one stop. All right, so everybody else has stopped. Van Dorn is now in fourth. Which is brilliant. I don't think we're going to stay there. Wait a minute, look at the leaders just absolutely take off. So, I mean, I don't think it hurts us that much because everyone's going to have to stop again anyway. We really could have done without Gasly getting past us, though, in truth. So we'll have to try and get him back. But, yeah, I don't think that hurts us because everyone's going to have to stop again anyway. And we're currently fifth. So... We've got track position. Everybody needs another stop as Perez goes past, but that's not necessarily surprising. Bottas is the next one. We'd like to try... There's certain cars that are okay to get past. And, you know, Perez, I think, in the Red Bull is one of those. What we would like to do, though, is be able to keep some of the others... Oh, Van Dorn, just don't crash, mate. We've already had an expensive race. We don't need another crash. Alright, so we should, with DRS, get Gasly back down the straight here. Yeah, that's fairly comfortable. Should be anyway, down the inside. Job done, is it? Yes, yes. So, whether we drop him or not now doesn't really matter. Ideally, we just want to try and see if we can keep Sainz, Bottas. I mean, Bottas, Magnussen, they're the ones we really want to try and keep behind here. So if it means that we do a little bit of... DRS training to keep others behind, and that's great, but I suspect Sainz might find a way past Gasly that doesn't need the DRS. So he's just inside it for now. He's going to get it. Is it enough to keep a Ferrari behind him? Looks like it is. Bottas looks like he's attacking attacking Sainz. We'd love Bottas to get past, wouldn't we? So, 5th it is. Everybody hope no one's nose bleeding too bad right now. Alright, so Van Dorn has just been shuffled back a couple of places. Norris and Sainz just kind of barged through, which again is not our race, is fine. We just need to try and stay in the DRS, which I think we have. The detection point is there somewhere. We don't need to be going... Oh, Leclerc, I guess, is going to come past as well. I mean, we'll be fighting for a point, won't we? Which is, I think, exactly where we thought we would be. What we don't need is Gasly getting too far up the road. We need to keep Gasly behind. Oh, sorry, yeah, we need to keep Oh, Van Dorn. We're 18th. Alright, so we're 19th now. The problem we have, of course, is that the whole point of not stopping was to get the track position. Now we don't have that. We've got older tyres, so obviously everybody's driving away from us, aren't they? There's a part of me that thinks we need to make an extra stop now and try and make up time that way, but a 28-second time loss, I just don't know. It's all gone tits up, hasn't it? So yeah, I think what we'll do, we'll stay with this. We'll come out on fresher tyres, hopefully make some time up. What's going to happen is everybody's going to come in at the end and put on soft tyres, aren't they? And I mean, if we look at gap to leader, 28 seconds is a pit stop loss. So we're looking at Gasly. How many times? We can't afford to throw away. We've just got to get the best result we can now. Get the best result we can and hope that it's something that pleases the board a bit. But it's just demoralising, isn't it? Alright, so we're on Van Dorn's in-lap. We've had to bring him in a lap early. The lock-up, you can see, just took a little bit of life out of the tyre that we really needed. So it's going to make his stint on the hard tyres that little bit more difficult as well. Sargent got past, which is never great. I'm wondering if we should have stopped, but the thing is, it's easy to say that now, but we should, if we stayed on the track, we shouldn't be where we are. We should be, you know, sort of mid-packish. Not a great pit stop either. So, well, let's see if we can get a bit of an undercut going now. Like I say, the problem we're going to have is that, yes, we have good tyres now compared to everybody else, but everybody else is going to come in and put on, I'm assuming, soft or medium tyres at the end, and that's going to hurt us as well. We are a lap down, potentially. Well, we are, not potentially, we are a lap down. So it's all gone, yeah, it's all gone very wrong very quickly here after such a good qualifying. Why can't we have bad qualifying and good races? Okay, we've got a virtual safety car. Magnussen looks like he's picked up some damage. So we'll see. DRS is disabled. Now, because a virtual safety car excuse me, doesn't back up the pack, so Magnussen is out, so that catches us up one position. Sargent's in front of us. He came in to stop. He's on soft tyres, so he's going to have to stop again. We do have a Ferrari behind us, but then there's quite a gap back to the next car that's going to lap us, so that should excuse me, hopefully let us what am I trying to say? Yeah, you know, I just realised everyone's going to stop under a virtual safety car here, aren't they? And we're going to be screwed over again.
He looks okay.
So yeah, Gasly did stop under a safety car, and he's come out well ahead of us. When we get back to racing speed, we'll get a better idea of how far that is. But he's 15 seconds, he's 18 seconds ahead of us. Alright, so as things stand right now, we're going to finish last. Bottas has stopped and just got past us. This is not working, mainly down to, well, we know why it's not working. So we're going to push on a little bit, and we'll put on a soft tyre at the end. We might as well go pretty hard here, because the hard tyre is going to be fairly durable. We just need to try and get a result. We need another virtual safety car, or preferably actual safety car that will help us here. But now that we're a lap down as well, we've got to keep slowing up to let them pass, and that is, while we're doing that, the cars in front aren't, because they're not being lapped yet. That's hurting us as well. And now they're coming into pit, which probably means we're going to pass them and then have to let them back past again. It's just all gone so wrong from when, well, I don't know if it's the moment that Doohan ran up the back of Albon, or was it Van Dorn just, when we were telling him to drive conservatively on his tyres, still managing to lock up. Unbelievable. And Van Dorn has locked up again.
We're watching the action closely here.
And honestly, at this point, I think I just give up.
Just running wide.
I mean, what have we got to do? Knackered his tyres. Yes, I'm telling him to push on. Maybe I shouldn't be doing that, but... Alright, so Van Dorn's about to come in for a pit stop. We'll see if we get a good one. Maybe we can get some pit stop points or something. I am just at an absolute loss what to do here. I mean, it's costing us a fortune in spare parts as well, which isn't helping. That's a good stop. 2.5. Yeah, it's just costing us a fortune, and then the money that it's costing us to have to replace parts means that we can't really then go out, and it was lessening what we can do to develop the car as well. It's the old Williams problem, isn't it? So we are very much a long last at this point, 24 seconds behind Sargent, and that is very much where we're going to finish now. Alright, well, Van Dorn is coming around to start his last lap. The frustrating thing about this is that we do seem to have decent pace in the car. You know, Sargent's on a soft tyre as well. Now we're just going to charge this last lap, because why not? But we're still, 8/10 faster. I think what I've learnt from this is, even with the 28-second pit loss, maybe a 2-stop was the way to go, because you can see that we're quite a bit faster than the Saubers right now as well, than Gasly, who was 1-stopping. So yeah, I don't know. I think it would have been interesting to see how it would have played out, because we were right with Gasly on a 1-stop, so that's 14th or so, which would have been a good result for us realistically. But we've just got to stop crashing, don't we? Just got to stop. And it may well be that, just that the car isn't good enough, and I'm asking the drivers to do more than the car's able to. But yeah, I mean, that is 2 laps down. We need to be doing better than that, don't we? So there's the driver's standings. Verstappen has the commanding lead over Norris, and the constructors, we are still 11th. Well, let's call it a tie for 8th, shall we? And the pit stop points, Van Dorn's stop at the end there did get us some pit stop points, so that's something. And we are now 6th. We're still 6th, still a point, or only a point behind Williams. So that's good. Maybe they could look at this championship, the board, instead of the proper one. So there we go. Next up, it is Monaco. Now, Doohan shouldn't have damaged powertrains. It was sort of a nose crash, so that should all be okay. But chassis needs a new one, and front wing, we've got 4 days. Okay, so we need to build one of those fairly quickly. We're not going to have a spare one. Yeah, we're not going to have a spare chassis. So if anything happens in Monaco, which, let's face it, it's Monaco, we are going to have a serious problem in that we're going to have to emergency manufacture a chassis, which is going to cost us an absolute fortune to do that. Oh, this is just so difficult, isn't it? High-speed corners is 8th, though, now. So that's really good. Not going to help us in Monaco, but maybe in some other races. I feel like we're getting there slowly. Yeah, very slowly. Alright, guys, if you've enjoyed that, thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. I'll see you in Monaco. Take care.